Welcome to Cool Cat Cafe, featuring Mafia Cat today. And me. I wanted to continue to discuss this lunation. I still don't know if lunation refers to a whole moon cycle or just one phase of a moon cycle, but I just used it to refer to the whole moon cycle here, which is extraordinary, not in just that it hosts Barbo's basket, but it also began last moon cycle with a Libra quarter moon and ends with another one. We have Libra bookends. That's why I'm here to discuss the movie The Invite. Number one, it was absolutely perfect. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. Number two, I wish that it didn't exist. It shouldn't have to exist. We didn't need to get this far. None of the people in this film need to have ever existed. We don't need skinny, neurotic, beautiful women. We don't need whiskey sipping, weed smoking husbands that have no gratitude for anybody in their home, but all the gratitude in the world for sexy sexologists. We don't need sexy sexologists, and we don't need... Actually, probably the character we need most is, on the face of it, like the creepiest of all, which is like the husband in the swinger couple. Not a cool cat. Over there. She makes turkey sounds. She gobbles. Cats are not graceful. So, I feel like that's how it turns out most in life, is that the person at the beginning that seems like they should be the least likable is actually the most likable person. I don't know if I should talk more about the movie because, spoiler alerts, but I loved it, which is to say, I hated it and it shouldn't exist because the only redeeming moment was the very end, and it wasn't even very redeeming. It just points to the fact that all we are looking for in sexuality itself is to discover the pure ember of our creativity. The magic in it. Not just producing art or output or making a name for yourself, making money. Whatever comes from being creative No, none of that bullshit. That's how we become these empty people in, they would be beautiful homes if they were well lit at all. One of the main characters in that movie is the drab lighting in this couple's home. It's terrible. The whole movie was ugly. And it should have been beautiful. It wasn't not beautiful people, and it wasn't a not beautiful home. It was just ugly because the souls in it had squandered that magical little spark of theirs. It's sad. But you know what? We get to go stuff our faces with popcorn and drink the lukewarm soda that we stuffed into our purses because we won't spend $10 for an ice cold Coca-Cola. And we get to sit there in the dark and enjoy this stuff. So that's something. Does this music even sound good to people that are already relaxed? Because I'm using it to do all this breathing that I don't normally do. The 2 Libra lessons for these 2 quarter moons. In order to love yourself, you must behave in ways that you admire. Therefore, it's all just one lesson. You need a hermetic seal. Can you see that? Can you read that? It's called hermetic seal because it is completely closed off. A solid boundary, okay? What the ego is, it's an eggshell. It's like an eggshell. It protects everything that's inside of you that's not formed yet enough to come out. Because when that eggshell cracks prematurely, it's not just the shell itself that crumbles. It's everything inside of you. We need to not be shaken to the core before we're ready. But the universe needs us to be ready so bad that it's shaking us to the core anyway. So some people can't handle that. These Kundalini awakenings that are happening to people, we really are not equipped to handle them. But somehow we do, because life finds a way. And the thing is, no one's going to take the shell off voluntarily. We're not natural anymore. We don't know how to just peck a hole and come out of our own eggshells anymore. Something has to come along and fuck us up. So, I don't know. But anyway, so you get fucked up. Your ego is removed, whether you like it or not. I think this is why we have this whole humiliation ritual thing. It's some kind of evolutionary step in the human being to endure the humiliating. There is, you either are you're already in it all the time. I think that was my mode. I had a very embarrassing grandfather, and I learned to embrace humiliation. But, like, where's the other side of it? Damn. It's been so painful watching the whole rest of the human population do everything in their power to not be humiliated. Meanwhile, to me, they are humiliating themselves. It's more humiliating to pretend. That's all the people in this household in the invite. People who are trying to pretend that they aren't just deeply humiliating underneath it all, because we are all deeply just humble. We're pretty simple. We're just what we are, but we feel like we have to be everything. And we have the opportunity to be so many things. You don't have to be anything. And so much of our energy toward enlightenment is placed in just not being all the bullshit that we've convinced ourselves that we have to be. That's a whole... It's like a sector of the economy as big as casinos, trying to help people just not be all the bullshit. That's crazy. So we're all deeply humiliating creatures that have to be humiliated as the antidote. And then our ego fully leaves. And then we give ourselves a conscious ego. A full reboundery that is more porous. Like skin. That is just the skin you're in. So, it's the hero's journey. You end up exactly where you started, in your exact same skin. Humbled, but 1,000 times more confident. Finally, able to be a cool mafia cat about it. Okay? And then, eventually we can stop being in the mafia. But like love itself, being a being of love, has had to operate underground. That's the humiliation ritual for people. It's just loving. Just consider what bullshit that is. That loving is a crime. That's your That's the only legal case we need. We are in hell. Like, that's the evidence. So, get everybody out of hell. Help lift everybody out of hell. By enduring the humiliation ritual that is expressing love. I'm not talking about to your neighbor. I'm not talking about to God. I'm talking love. Libra, love. The person that you want. I do remember what it's like when you like someone to want to, like, well, basically to hate them for making you feel the way you do. And that's where our shadiest selves come out. Where you start confusing love and power is when someone actually has power over you and you let that distort you instead of transform you. Because love is, listen, that toxic chemical spark that we feel, that is love. I'm sorry. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That is it. And butterflies aren't just warning signs of toxicity. Fine. If we go into some kind of apocalypse where all the butterflies and bees die and we just have moths and vultures, enjoy. We could all appreciate all of these fantastic creatures. But instead, because you desperately want the butterflies and the bees, and you feel unworthy of them, you want to kick them off the planet, and you want to elevate the vulture and the moth. You want to replace the king that came before. But you're just going to upset the balance. Okay, so the spark, that is love. You don't know the person, they may be completely toxic. And sure enough, just acting on that spark is completely toxic. You have to learn that. That's why love begins with heartache and humiliation. Because just acting on the spark alone, with whatever foolhardy energy is in you, it's going to lead to dumb stuff happening. But that's how we learn. So once you learn what not to do, so instead of cursing that spark that you're going to fight so hard to get back later, just correct yourself. But we are so prideful. We think it can't be me that's the problem. It must be the spark. It must be love. It must be butterflies. It must be bees. It's their problem. No, it's birds and the bees. Birds, butterflies, all the cool shit in nature that comes out when the sun shines, that we are actively, passively trying to save on our social media platforms, kinda. mean, there are beekeepers and stuff, and people planting flowers. People are trying to save the bees. Awesome. Great. They're just living metaphors for what we're killing off much more actively, which is love. Where was I there? The spark. If two people have that spark for each other, they just have to be really fucking careful with it from the start and exhibit that they care about it. It's like your first baby together is, okay, we got a little flame. Oh my God. We have to just not kill it. So that's your mission, is just keep that egg alive, like you're in high school. You're gonna walk around with this fragile little egg/flame, and anytime you come near it, first it's gonna start to grow. And you need to remember that is not a good sign. That doesn't mean you've got some super precocious little flame or egg. It's a super egg. We're gonna have the best baby in the world. Don't get too excited that you're excited with another person, just to be together, just to have found somebody that is really into you, because that's where all the mistakes happen. You're just so happy somebody's into you. But we have to learn to take that feeling for granted. Imagine that everyone's into you. I don't know how to teach how to become this confident. Because I essentially taught myself to be this confident. Because, I don't actually believe that everybody's into me, but I convince myself of that just to feel secure. I don't know if I should be embarrassed to admit that or not, but I do. And people demonstrably are not into me so much of the time. Oh, this is my man training. This is my, women suck. They have to become men. Jesus said it. I believe it. Okay, here's the real balance of the scales, okay? Men and women. Men, they suck. Women, they suck. They both have to become some of what the other is in order to not suck. That's called relating. You relate to another person or anything that's different through empathy, which is not just aw, you pitiful creature. That's sympathy. Empathy is putting yourself not just in their shoes, in their whole experience, in their nervous system, in their past, you're becoming the other person. That's what empathy is. And that's why it is ultimately a magic mode of time travel. Not just, aw, yeah. I see what you're going through. Sympathy and compassion. They don't have anything on empathy. Empathy is a legit mystical vehicle. Empathy is a a Merkaba. It is your celestial body. It is something else. It is your extraterrestriality. Your ability to become other things. Shape-shifting. That's why love is the only form of magic. Literally. Anybody doing magic just to manipulate the material world is bullshit. Like, I just call it corny. It's corny as hell. Because there are people that, when you're not developing your heart by loving and then using love as your vehicle to do all this magic, then you're just a creepy, horny, lonely person. Probably letting yourself go in the material world in so many ways. But you're like getting things that make you feel powerful or something. I don't know how I got to talking about this. Love is all there is. Love is the only thing to become. It's not a thing that you get from people outside of you or the world or from God. It's not a thing to get at all, except in the sense of understand that it is something you become. Like, what's the Caroline Polachek album? What did she say about desire? Like, you become desire itself. You don't just feel it. And you need the Hermetic seal in order to manage the outrageous eroticism that you're going to feel when you are legitimately in love with being alive and all the other forms that existence comes in. Like, this is essentially what pansexuality is, even. It's the very crude, third-dimensional, body-only way of perceiving unconditional universal love. A grown-ass human adult should not just want to have sex with everything. That is stupid. We shouldn't have gotten to this point where just, like, that's a sexuality. That's fucking stupid. You have other faculties than wanting to fuck things. But yes, you are supposed to feel that feeling. It's just that we've crammed the whole creative spark into that, and thus, even all of our creativity is podcasts where, like, our egos just about being this sexuality, being that industry. What the fuck are people talking about? Your soul is so sick of everything you're doing. You're getting so many views and so much money, and your soul is wasted in a basement. Like, oh my god, this lower self. I can't even. Your soul hates you. And fucking everything is gonna feel temporarily like the ticket because you're young. But this is Ecclesiastes right here. Find your creator. Know your creator before you get old. Or getting old is going to really fucking suck. You're not going to want to have sex with anything. Eventually, you're just going to want to eat a snack and stare at a bird out the window. You really are. Believe it. I don't care how horny you are right now. Believe it. It's going to happen to you. And when that's all your body craves, your mind is still going to be young. And it's going to hate itself. You need to develop in so many other ways. Solomon. That's sun and moon. I don't think the Bible really happened. Because it's too coded. It's too coded. Sun and moon did it all. They did it all. They learned it all. And now they're like, now what? And it ends with all this dramatic, know your creator before the silver cord is loosed and the golden bowl is broken and the blah, 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 blah. That's basically revelation. Like, your soul comes to a point where it realizes it has said and done it all. That's going to be the dark night of the soul. You're going to enter a long winter, long depression, anxiety, like maybe that's exactly just what we're in, is some kind of nuclear winter. And like just collectively human beings, and most of us are going to be that 95% that just burns off and never returns. But there's 5% of us who are seeking the soul and are going to be like phoenixes rising from this ash, this nuclear winter. So just be in that 5%. And the part of being in this percentage of people is not knowing what the hell is next, but knowing that it's epic. Okay, sun and moon, your inner masculine and feminine, you've done it all together. There's nothing new under the sun, except, what is this silver cord? What is this golden bowl? It's something. Something massive and something awesome. I mean, I kind of feel like post-enlightenment, you pretty much, you live in a state of that excitement to discover what the silver cord is, what the golden bowl is. Like, just the best possible feeling of anticipation without need for explanation. The whole feeling of it's journey and destination, man. Like all in one. That is living unity consciousness, non-duality, all the, what's the recent one I heard a word for that I was like, oh, I need to remember that because that's what I'm trying to describe a lot of the time. It's one of Carl Jung's, like the transcendent function. You need to discover your transcendent function instead of just doing all the same shit that Sun and Moon, King Solomon, did, which was stupid, that led to all the wisdom, but you're not pursuing the wisdom part of it, you're just repeating all the stupid behavior. Like, stop with the karmic repetition of stupid behavior. Become wise. That's your mission. Keep your spark, keep it alive. If your spark unites with another person's spark, and you both want to try and keep that alive, okay, there's a side quest, and then, or like the ultimate quest, if you ask a Libra, but we're a minority and we're hated. Keep your spark, keep a spark alive with someone else, and what did I say? Pursue wisdom, find your transcendent function. And it might be that you have to do that before either of the former will work out. So pursue your higher faculties, acquire the transcendent function, your unicorn horn. There we go. That's love. I've made it to almost 37 minutes again, so let's just listen to music while the clock counts up to 37, because I'm done.